Paul Brown Stadium opened for football in September of 2000, and since then, the fans have been pouring in to watch their beloved Bengals play. Welcome to Cincinnati. I'm Tom Hammond, and with me, Chris Collinsworth for the call. Thanks for joining us for this AFC North showdown as the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'd like to remind you that our game is being presented in part by Snickers. Reed tees up the ball and looks ready to kick it deep. He kicks it from the 6. They'll start this drive at the 28-yard line. Dunn alone in the backfield. They'll give it off here. What a brutal hit. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
Drops back on first down, and it's caught. Hit and dropped at the 42.
Pretty good gain that time on the screen. Anytime you get an opportunity to throw the screen pass, it has a lot of benefits, one of which is to simply slow down that pass rush a little.
The Pittsburgh Steelers line up with a quarter defense. There are 7 defensive backs on the field. Back to pass. And he can't make the catch.
You work all day to hit a play like that, to run a route, to be that wide open, to see a perfect throw and just drop it. That has to make sense.
Hit and drop behind the line by Kaiser. And they'll settle for the run on third down. Holmes is the deep man awaiting the return. Signals for the fair catch. Chris, this looks to be a good one.
We should see both of these teams trying to establish a good balance on offense in this one. Whoever can do that should be able to win this thing.
The Bengals bring in the nickel package. They'll throw on first down, and the defender intercepts it. Runs over tackler. The 40. No one in front of him. The 30. The 20. The 10. Flies. Touchdown. And that was the worst possible place to throw that ball.
Yeah, especially because that guy was playing defense, and that guy not only will pick you off, but he'll put points on the board. What a play.
Graham lining up for the point after. And the point after is good.
It's amazing how much quicker defensive backs look to me on the field today than, say, 20, 25 years ago when I played. I think it was 25 years ago. It feels like about 105 years ago. But they have some great athletes out there right now.
From the 8.
Down one score, you know the offense has their eyes set on trying to put some points on the board with this one.
Ball on their own 27. The Cincinnati Bengals go with a 4-man front. They hand it off. And it's hit. The 40. The 30. And that was a fantastic interception right there by number 41.
Well, if you want to know why quarterbacks get paid so much money, there it is. They win games for you, but with mistakes like that, they can lose games for you.
And he catches it. The 10, he's out at the 7-yard line. They pick up 14 yards. It's first and goal.
You can't make any mistakes down here. So run the ball and just get it in there.
The Steelers bring in the nickel package. Huge hit.
One thing these guys cannot do is give up on this running game. If they do and become one-dimensional, it makes it awfully easy on the defense.
They go to the run. Makes the run. Throws off his back foot. Touchdown, Bengals. That was a nice touchdown catch by the tight end.
If you get those big tight ends moving vertically down the field, they can be really intimidating for defensive backs. Good pitch and catch there.
Graham lining up for the point after. Up and good. They're starting to build a big lead early in this ballgame.
Yeah, and this defense better figure out something to do pretty quickly or this one's going to get away.
Decent kick. from the 10. The defense dealt a crippling blow to this offense the last time they had the ball. They line up in an I. Number 7 sends one of his guys in motion. On the ground with a tailback.
Everybody knows it, but a tough running game will help your passing attack be even more effective.
The Bengals line up in a 4-3. Miller is the man in motion. Gives it off.
I know those runs aren't exactly the kind you see on the highlight shows, but you're keeping the drive alive, maintaining possession, and picking up first down.
They line up in the I formation. He looks to throw on first down. It's completed at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Steelers. He was single covered, made the catch, took it all the way. Reed lining up for the point after. Reed puts it through, and it's a 7-point game. Pittsburgh gets ready to kick it away. The kick. Fields it at the goal line. Sends the offensive unit out onto the field, looking to build the lead. 1st and 10. The Steelers bring in the nickel package. Palmer sends one of his guys in motion. A little misdirection. They need to come up with a better game plan to stop this guy.
Yeah, you're not kidding. They can't keep giving up those big chunks of yardage like that. They do, it's going to be awfully tough to stop this offense.
Single set backfield. First down, looking to throw. Pass complete. That one worked just as they drew it up.
Good pass, good catch, I agree. Sometimes there's really nothing you can do as a defense to stop a well-executed pass play.
Still a lot of time left, but at the end of one, the score is 14-7. Bengals, a little more than 2 minutes to go. They line up with split backs.
Purple, 49.
They'll give it off. He's dropped for a loss. Nothing doing on that play.
Follow your blocking on this run. When you see the lane open, just accelerate right through it.
It's 2nd down and a long ways to go. They'll work from the shotgun.
Silver, 19.
And it's caught. Knocked down at the 27. Gain of 9 on the play. On the ground with a tailback. Second off play action. On the run, he throws it. And he caught it. They're able to complete the pass, but it won't be what they needed to keep the drive going.
You better kick it here.
It's a direct snap. Dunn wasn't able to break free, but he did pick up the first.
All right, smell the end zone and get the ball in there.
Down inside the 15. The offense got 6 the last time they were inside the 20. Let's see what they do here.
made it this far and now pound the ball into the end zone.
And there's 2 minutes remaining in the half. Out of the I formation, gives it off. Still pushing.
When you have a good balance of run and pass plays, it just seems to put so much pressure on the defense, they just don't know what to focus on.
The defense is in the nickel. The halfback with the carry.
I know they didn't get much, but it's all about making the defense respect the fact that they are willing to run.
Nickel defense.
Texas 36. Blue 53. Hey.
He drops back. Incomplete pass. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Right here, you just got to kick the ball and take the points.
This should be an easy field goal.
Hey.
Right down the middle. Number 10 looks to send this one deep. Not a bad kick. From the 4. No one in front of him. He dives for the end zone. Touchdown. And that was a great return for a touchdown.
Man, that guy is quick. Once he found the open hole, he darted right through there, and he was off. When you get a guy back there with that kind of talent, whew, what a difference maker.
Reed lining up for the point after. Reed puts it through, and it's a 3-point game. That was a big-time return for a touchdown.
I tell you, every time that guy touches the ball, he has the potential to take it the distance. Guys on this coverage team, I'd start kicking away from him or out of bounds. Great return.
Booming kick. Has it at the 5. Is looking to add to their slim lead as they take over on offense.
Watch that game clock. You need to keep it stopped as much as possible.
Ball on their own 33. Single set backfield.
36.
He looks to throw on first down. Moves left. He's laying it out there. Makes the grab. The 20. Touchdown, Bengals.
Try the field goal. Just take the points.
Graham lining up for the point after.
Hey.
Extra point is good. Number 10 lines up to kick this one away. He kicks it off. Takes it at the 4. He lost it.
This is a good defense to call.
And they're ready to go on offense after that fumble. They'll start at the 23-yard line. Number 7 back in the shotgun. Drops back on first down. Pass is complete. The 40 at the 50. The 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Steelers. That's a huge play by the quarterback. Reed lining up for the point after. Point after is good. Pittsburgh looks ready to kick it away. Kicks this one deep. Takes it from the 6. Takes over on offense, looking to extend their lead.
Be efficient here. You can't afford to let time slip away from you.
First down now and 10 to go. From the gun. The back makes the catch, and he has a lane. That's set up really nicely for the offense.
Quarterback blitzes are dangerous for both the offense and the defense. Obviously, when you're sending one of the defenders out of your secondary, you could give up a big play. But offensively, sometimes those quarterbacks don't see it coming, and they get hit hard.
Placement. Pass completed. Nice job of shutting down the first down pass.
Yeah, it looked like that time the defense knew exactly what was coming. They were right there from the outset to make that play.
Texas 36. Blues.
The Steelers bring in the nickel package. Back to throw. Moves forward. He's under pressure. For the score. To the end zone. And as we head to halftime, the Cincinnati Bengals 24, the Steelers 21. Pittsburgh will get it first here in the second half. Kicks it off. Fields it at the 9. Pittsburgh will try to take the lead on this drive. The Bengals line up with a nickelback. The defense comes up tight on the cover. Drops back on first down. Moves up. Pass is complete. It's a fumble. And it will go out of bounds.
This is a good one to call.
Ball on their own 40. The Cincinnati Bengals come out in the 46. The defensive backs move in closer. Drops back. Paul has the pick. And chalk up another one for this defense.
3 picks on the day, and every time you think this offense is starting to get it going, they turn it over again.
Dunn lines up as the single back. First down, looking to throw. Defense closing in. They have to find a way to provide better protection for it.
Pretty hard to execute an offense when they get in the backfield that quickly. You know, we talked about going to a 5-step drop or a 3-step drop. They might have to go to a 1-step drop.
Goes for the end zone. Picked off in the end zone. Still working. Dives. Touchdown. Great play by the defender. He was able to take it for 6.
And there's nothing that charges up a defense more than a play like that. When they start thinking that they can score, they love coming back out on the field.
Reed lining up for the point after. Reed is good on the point after.
Well, we're going to find out how mentally tough this quarterback is, because when you get off to a shaky start like that, sometimes it's tough to piece everything back together again.
And here's the kick. From the 9. Well, let's see if the offense can make up for their misfortune from just a few moments ago. He looks to throw on first down. He lays it out there. And the pass falls incomplete. Coles was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt.
Scan the defense quickly here. If nothing's open downfield, get rid of it by passing to one of your men.
Hands it off. Play action. He throws on the run. He's got room to run. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving. First and 10. The Steelers bring in the nickel package. All kinds of pressure. He threw off his back foot. It's incomplete. Dunn was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete.
Spread the ball around and make sure the defense knows that they have to cover every receiver.
They come out in a nickel.
Check key.
He drops back to pass. Falls incomplete. Looked like he put a little too much on that one.
Boy, that one was shot in there, too. I'm not sure anybody could have caught that one anyway. That thing just never came down.
The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarter defense. Defender tips it away. Chapman wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play.
Now, a smart coach would punt the ball here.
This is a pretty controversial call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball. They snap it to the back. At the 50. Still pushing. The 40. He's just a nightmare for defenses.
And that monster continues to hold because when you get in those fourth down situations, you have a chance defensively to really turn the game in your favor. They blew it there.
Cowboys, 72.
First down, looking to throw. And he caught it. That's number 6. He's come up big for this offense. This is the 8th play of this drive. They're within striking distance. The Pittsburgh Steelers line up with a nickelback.
Check key.
Drops back to pass. Goes for the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know you want to be cautious in the red zone, but that was a little too cautious. You have to give your receiver a chance.
This is the 9th play of this drive. The Steelers bring in the nickel back. Little handoff. Fakes the run. Puts some air under it. Tipped away. That incompletion will bring up 4th down.
Try the field goal. Just take the points.
This will be about a 43-yarder. He's good again for the 2nd time. Cincinnati looks ready to kick it away. Not a bad kick. From the 3.
No one has really taken control of this one so far. Still anybody's game.
The Bengals line up in a 4-3. They hand it off.
Well, any successful running attack requires good blocking up front, and we just saw it there.
They line up at the 50. The defense comes up tight on the cover. The Cincinnati Bengals go with a 4-man front. The 40. Pass complete. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Steelers.
Ben Roethlisberger is really remarkable for not only his ability to avoid pass rushers, but he seems to be able to throw from just about any body position. A lot of guys, when they're throwing across their body or having to make a turn or a weird move, they're not nearly as accurate, but Roethlisberger is just a tremendous athlete.
So, at the end of 3, the score is 35-27. Reed is just about ready to put his leg into this one. He gets his leg into this one. From the 2.
They had time to get this done here. And I always thought it was a great situation for an offense because defenses tend to play a little more cautious here. Gives you a chance to get some momentum on your side.
Texas, 36.
Number 49 is the man in motion. They give it to the tail. Harrison gets his hands on him and drags him down for a loss. The defense just ate up that one.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
That'll bring us to a 2nd and long situation. Ace backfield this time. Little handoff under heavy pressure. Going for it all. Pass is complete. He got beat clean. The wideout has put on quite a display out there en route to a 100-yard performance. Excellent game through the air will set the offense up with a first-and-goal situation.
Set. Blue, 53. Hey.
A little misdirection. Touchdown, Bengals. That guy picked up a lot of yardage on that run.
Yeah, give the offensive line a little credit. They created the initial hole, but after that, it was all running back. That's the reason this guy is so popular in this league.
Big conversion right here. Time is running out, and they need this to tie it up.
Texas, 36. Blue, 53. Hey.
Drops back to pass. He's under pressure. Past the line. They really needed that one, but they couldn't come through. Number 10 tees up the ball and looks ready to kick it deep. The kick. Fielded at the 9. Won't be stopped. What a return! Touchdown! Seems like the coverage just broke down on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it was good blocking or just bad tackling or good blocking or I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but that was exciting.
Reed lining up for the point after. And the point after is good. Booming kick. He found some running room and was able to get an excellent return. First down now and 10 to go. Dunn is the single setback. Drops back on first down. He goes deep this time. He's there. Touchdown, Bengals.
Oh boy, the defensive coordinator is going to have a few choice words for the secondary after that one. Playing cover 2, you've got a cautious coverage called, and you still get burned.
Set.
You better kick it here.
Set. Hey.
Extra point is good. Number 10 places the ball on the tee and will get ready to kick this one off. Gets a good kick here. Takes it from the 6.
Well, no reason to take a lot of chances here. You just want to run out as much clock as you can. Don't take huge chances. If you have to at the end of the game, rely on your defense to win it.
The Bengals line up in a 4-3. Here's the halfback. What a hit. I don't think he even saw that guy. Just a great game today. He's carried the load for this offense and has picked up some nice yards on just about every carry. Second down and less than a yard now. The Cincinnati Bengals come out in a 4-3. The defensive backs move in closer. On the delay. Good call there. The delay caught them flat-footed.
That delay is really a nice call for this running back. He's a guy that likes to see things develop in front of him. If you get him the ball a little bit deeper, he seems to have more success.
Miller goes in motion. Gets it off. Parker comes away with 2 yards on the carry.
Try this defense here.
From their own 49-yard line. The Bengals line up with a nickel back. The defense comes up tight in the cover. They get the halfback picks up a yard.
Try this play.
The Cincinnati Bengals come out in the 46. Monty drops him for a loss.
Well, the offense really unable to do their job here. They were unable to keep control of the football. Now they're going to have to punt it away and give the other team one final shot.
Number 9 is waiting for the snap. Coles is back awaiting the punt. For a touchback.
Watch that game clock. You need to keep it stopped as much as possible.
Yellow, 16.
They'll work from the shotgun.
Yellow, 16. Hey.
Here's the deep throw. He brings it in. The 30. He's put up some nice yardage here.
And what's really impressed me has been his accuracy. He's been squeezing the ball into some tight situations all game. His accuracy has just been tremendous.
He looks to throw on first down to the end zone. Passes to the end zone.
The quarterback took a shot on that one. I'm just not sure he took a shot in the right direction. That defensive back can make plays.
They come out in a nickel.
Hey.
They snap it to the back. Defense is in. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Townsend. The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want. But ultimately, this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won.
It's a direct snap. And he is gone. The 10. And that'll do it for us. Our final in this one is the Pittsburgh Steelers 42, the Cincinnati Bengals 40.